Spreaker. Go ahead. There you Yay! Spreaker did it. If this is what a natural woman feels like, holy crap-a-nola, y'all are in trouble. Y'all are listening to Grammy Mary, and I am sitting here in my rocket chair. It does rock a little bit, but if I get a little bit too carried away, I'll tip my ass over, and that would not be good. Although I do have a long enough leash, I still may toasticate my computer, so I'm not going to do that. It is a wackadoodle Wednesday out here in the middle of flyover country, Booneyville, USA. And it has been a scorcher. Whee! It actually got up to 99 again today. It's like, damn it all. You know, I liked what we had over the weekend in the 70s. I was really spoiled rotten. And, you know, what was really, really nice was we got rain on top of it all. Oh, looks like I need to turn up the volume, Grams. I'm not there. Is that better? Oh, much better. Much better. I don't want to blast y'all out, and I don't want to have that ocean's roar going on. Although right now I have a kitty's purr because she's sitting on my lap and kneading the bread dough. Thank you ever so much, Rascal. You're always so helpful around the kitchen. Yeah. Like getting on the counter and the stove and you little brat. Okay. Let's see. Who do I have here? Let me look and see real quick over here on Fakey Book. Oh, my Lord. There's Slick Willie dressed up as the Queen Mother. Whew. Yeah, well, he ain't a queen, although he do like to chase them skirts. I see Josh is over here on Fakey Book. Hey there, Josh. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Haven't seen you over here. So, yeah, a newbie over here on Fakey Book. And over on that effing site, you know, I'm not real sure who all is here because I am on my page because there's something I need to read to you that all of the discussions that I have been seeing of late that were not to do with politics, which is, well, this is along the same lines and yet not. But I'll get to that here in a minute. Okay, let me go see who is in the RLM. Everybody's checking the weather out there. Oh, wow, Grimmy and Cowboy. I am jealous. Totally jealous because, yeah. Although, you know, I wasn't too horrible uncomfortable today because, well, I wore a skirt, which I don't do that very often. And this afternoon was kind of the reason why I normally don't wear a skirt because we had wind. And therefore, I had dress-up day. Every time I went outside, it was like, whee! That was loads of fun. Okay, so over here in the RLM. Okay, Rascal, you got to get down, baby girl, because that hurts. Little shit. Okay, in the RLM. Hi there. I see Asmo right on top. No, I'm not going to do it bass backwards or anything. That's a flasheroonie thing. Yeah, Asmo is my missionary man, and I like tending to him first. I know that just sounds so wrong, doesn't it? Well, just wait. There's more. Get down, Rascal. I love you, sweetheart, but dang it. I also see Barman is here, and Barman is the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide cybernetic world. Just got to put that out there. No, I'm not buttering him up. I just really think he's pretty damn splendiferous. I also see the lovely Beth A. is over here. Hey there, Beth. How's it going? Yeah, sweetheart, your internet kicks shit out of mine. Because, yeah, my tin can and the kite string isn't even really kite string. It's just imaginary invisible kite string. Oh, doing my Marilyn Monroe? No, I will do that for your birthday, Grim. Just like last year. Although, I don't know. Am I on for your birthday this year? I'm still going to have to sing happy birthday to you just 'cause. Or maybe I should say at you, because that's pretty much what everybody says when I start singing. Oh my God, she's singing at us again, if that's what you call it. Okay, Where was I at? Cowboy Tech. Oh, he is such a sweetheart. He lies to me all the time and says he's hearing pleasant voices. Okay, I giggle a lot. Is that pleasant? I hope. I also see Grimner is here, who is the creator of Barman and the Beauty and the Brains. Yes, because brains are a very sensual thing. Don't you know? Yeah, I am buttering up Grim. Just putting that out there. I am buttering him up because he helps me whenever I push the wrong button. So does Cowboy Tech, for that matter. He's just, yeah, those two are like my go-to guys when I did something and I don't know how to undo it because I'm not real sure what I did. Okay, oh. Oh, you meant the skirt thing. Well, yeah, I was kind of doing that. Is because today's skirt although it is white, but it's a tie-dyed, and it's very flowy. It's a very hippie skirt. Yeah, it's showing my inner child kind of skirt, and it showed a lot more than that the couple of times when I wasn't prepared for the wind. Whee! Okay, Kate. Hey, Kate, how you doing down there? I saw Don. You and Don are both in that great state of Texas. And what'd you say the weather was down in your neck of the woods? I think it's just a skosh on the warmish side. 'Cause you had been inside all, yeah, 98.1. Yeah, well, got you beat. 99 out here in the middle of the boonies where there ain't nothing to block the sun or the wind. And I don't know if you know this, but when you live in Kansas, the reason why it's so frickin' windy here, usually it's because Nebraska blows and Oklahoma sucks, and we're just kind of stuck in the middle. So, oh, Juana, let me entertain you. That's just too funny. Yeah. No, I'm thinking most people, of course, the dealership where I work is right beside a liquor store. There's probably a reason for that. Okay, moving along. I see Trust No One is here, and you just don't trust anyone, do you? Do you even trust yourself? You're a very untrustworthy young man, maybe. Is that what it is? Nah. You really need to go back to Darth Rome's, honey, because I really miss breathing heavy into the mic. And I need an excuse. I also see Chalcedony is here, and I saw Chalcedony remark on something again the other day. So, hey, yep, the world is changing. We are moving into a new dimension where Chalcedony actually chats occasionally. Isn't that cool? I also see the lovely Chloe is here, as well as IB Don C, which I had spoken about him earlier because, yeah, he was checking the weather, and bada bing, bada boom, I beat you, darling. I also see Java Doctor 2 is here. Hey there, sweetheart. How you doing this evening? How's that little bambino doing? And looky there, P. Bunyan is here. Probably, although he's logged in, but I don't think he's here yet because he's probably still out felling trees because he's a tree feller. That can work on multiple levels if you think about it. I also see Rob Works is here. And you know what, sweetheart? You called for 420 when I was in the middle of some crazy ass shit at work, so I could not partake, although I wished I could have. Yeah. My last couple of days have been very interesting. Let's just put it that way. I also see Alias is here. Hey there, sweetheart. How's the world treating you down under? I hope it's quite wonderful. I always wondered, and I'm going to have to go down and visit the lovely Mary B, who is also hanging out around here, although I jumped over a few people to get to her. Because, yeah, number one, I want to meet Mary B face to face, because, there ain't nothing like a face-to-face meetup. And because she's my sister. And, oh, looky there, Road Dog joined. Hey, sweetie. But I always wondered, do you guys feel like you're walking around upside down? You're on the bottom and I'm on the top. Oh, hey, this could get interesting. Okay, moving along. Moving along. Darn long links. Yeah, yeah. I also see Chloe is here. Hey there, sweetheart. You're double dipping again. I'm going to have to start saying, wow, are you taking after that Vinny or Vince? Which he's not here. What the hell, Vince? Where you going? I'm giving you a shout out and I'm going to say easily while you're not here. Hottie, hottie, ha ha. Okay, I am here, but that's physically. And yeah, y'all are putting up with me. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Juana Taco is here, and Juana Taco is tempting me. I had yogurt this evening because, yeah, I was running late getting home, and so I just grabbed a yogurt out of the fridge. And I'll have to eat something after I get done off the radio because yogurt just don't stay well. I get hungry later. And once again, there is the lovely Mary B., the most beautimous lady from down under. And a road dog from over there in UCY.TV chat. Hey there, sweetheart. How's things going? How's your world treating you? And also, to round out the crew, Slim Jim Flim. So, Slim Jim Flim. Now, Slim Jims are those meat substitute things. So, when you add Flim to it, what does that do? Because, never mind. Because I don't want to go there and nauseate myself. Because I still got quite a ways to go in this. And it's not real cool trying to continue this shit when you're feeling nauseous. Don't you know? I needed a sip of water. Okay. Okay, Chloe. Minus the MP. Okie doke. Grammy, do I want to see what's on that link? Do I really? Do I? Clinton bodies. Yeah, they got a lot of them. Shit. Far. Okay, I'm going to copy this link and put it over because I don't want to have... Oh, crap. Anoli, my Twitter is going nuts. By the way, over on Twitter, yes, sirree, Bob, I am still being an overachiever. I have 324 followers. Wow. Staying in the triple digits like this is just, it's the little things in life. Okay, I gotta see what this link is that Grammy posted in the chat real quick. Just a second here. Do you need to find Hillary Clinton? Just follow the trail of dead bodies. No, I really don't need to find her. And I'm sure she will leave a trail of shite because I still remember because, there's some things that once they're seen, they cannot be unseen. Yeah, that picture of her and her lovely little shart mishap. Never trust a fart. And I think you have had probably enough Olestra in your life, my dear, to have the rest of your life you're going to have anal leakage. Although that probably happens every time you open your mouth. It's pretty much equates to anal leakage. When I first saw that picture, I thought, oh, damn. I think her butt runneth over. It's showing that she's a little over full. Don't poke her. She just might kerplode. And that would most definitely be a shit hitting the fan kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. What? Helicopter. What? I'm peeking over here in the chat in the UCY lobby. And I forgot to, shut off the little sound effects over there for a while because I get a little spazzy sometimes, don't you know? Okay. Where was I at? Oh, yeah, I know. I need to do this before I forget, and so I can move along because, memory issues. It's called doorways, but I'll get to that later. Okay, I posted this the other day. I got to get myself in the proper mode to read this. And try and do it without busting a gut laughing. That's going to be the hard part. Okay. You laid on my naked body and applied your mouth to me without guilt or humiliation. You drove me near crazy while you drained me. Today, when I awoke, you were gone. I searched for you, but to no avail. Only the sheets bore witness to last night's events. My body still bears the marks of your ravishing, making it all the more difficult to forget you. Tonight, I will remain awake, waiting for you. You damn mosquito. Okay, number one, I have got to put this out there. I did not write that. I shared it, but I did not write it. And truth be told, I saw it several times on Facebook. And, the first time I saw it, it was like, no, I am not going to read it because, wow, that's not something I really need to, because I maintain the Facebook page for work. And so I scroll Facebook quite a bit throughout the workday. And when I saw that, it was like, oh, Lord, I am not reading this at work. I am just not. So, I scrolled right on by. And then later on in the day, I saw it again by a different friend. And it was like, what the hell? No, I'm not going to read this. So I scrolled right on by. Well, then later on, I saw it again by another friend. And I thought, what the hell is going on here? So I wound up reading it and spit coffee all over my screen. So I just knew I had to share this over on that effing site because I knew y'all would see that and go, shit, she's at it again. Which, yeah. If I don't write it, I'm sharing it because that's just the way I roll. If it's something that can be taken as something naughty, yeah, buddy, I'm gonna. Hey there, Cracker. Welcome aboard, sweetheart. And Moosey, hey, Moosey. How's your world treating you, woman? I hope it's going well. How are the boys? Okay. Scrolling along, moving along during a what? Okay. Facebook censorship? No, Facebook never censors people. Ever. That's why whenever I put a notification over on Fakeybook that I'm going to be live on the radio, and this is a little tip that Vince actually taught me. You just put whatever announcement you wish to put on there, and then in the comments section, that's where you put the link, because Facebook, if it's a link that they are, don't really want to, which RLM apparently is, it won't go out there to where your friends will see it on their news feed. So if you put the link in a comment, then the original post will go, and when they click on that, then they will also see the comment and see the link. So, ha-ha! They have their stuff outsmarting your fascist book. And sometimes I just tell them to kiss some margaritas. Tanya, hey woman, how you doing? Tanya, bless her heart, has had a rough couple of weeks. Her grandson fell into a fire pit and burned his hands really, 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 really bad. But he got to come home from the hospital Tuesday. And no skin grafts or anything. And the one hand, oh my Lord, the initial pictures that I saw, I thought, oh my God, he's going to lose that hand. Ding, 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 ding. And there's another sound effect I forgot to shut off. Okay. But yeah, good old Tater. Both of his hands are doing quite well, actually. And no skin grafts, a lot of physical therapy, but he was a real trooper. Only 5 years old, and yeah, doing damn good. The only thing that he really had trouble with was the feeding tube, and doesn't have to deal with that anymore because they're not pumping pain meds in him, which made him sick. So, poor little guy. Okay, where was I? I'm going to go to my pocket because I shoved all kinds of stuff in my pocket over the last couple of days. All kinds. And I'm going to really have to do some serial scrolling because I kept finding all of this really cool shit that, at least the headline made me go, okay, throw that in there. Which, that was one thing that Entity for Truth over on Freedom's Network, he did comment on my little mosquito blurb thing that I had him going for a while there. Of course, he's new over there, so he don't know me very well. Yeah, I'm the problem child. I freely admit it. I am the person my mother warned me about, is actually what it is. And she reminds me of that occasionally. And I just kind of giggle and say, I'm just like you, Mom. And then she just has to shake her head and say, yeah, I know. So, yeah, I come by it honestly. Where was I going? Oh, I know. Entity for Truth was saying that you really, really have to be careful when you read things because, like only reading part of it and then skipping down to the bottom or whatever. You have to read the full post in order to get the gist. And yes, you do, because a lot, and especially read the way the words are put together. Not necessarily just the words, but the way they're put together. Because that can change the whole meaning of something. Just the way you say something. Like good old Dangleberry. And I keep going back to this because, wow, as the first time I heard it, I had chills go up my spine when he said, we are going to fundamentally transform this country. And I just went, oh no. Oh no. I mean, I had a serious butt pucker going on and chills shooting up my spine and thinking, oh, goddamn, what the hell? And I just knew as soon as he said that shit along with his Hopi McChange bullshit, I knew right then and there, we are so screwed. I also knew that the only way this country is going to get better is if we hit rock bottom. Because, it's like anything. Someone gets to thinking, oh, we're so wonderful, we're so great, look at me, I am splendiferous. Yes, you must love me. Yeah. Blow it out your pie hole. All kinds of people think that they're so wonderful. All kinds of people think this is such a freaking wonderful country. All kinds of people think that there's an excuse. It's a piss poor one, but there's an excuse for the reason why we're going all over the world throwing our freaking weight around. They're excuses, peeps, and they don't realize, and far be it from me to tell them all they're idiots. I can't say that because at one time I was like, really? Seriously, Ron Paul? What? No. And then I listened. A lot of people hear things, but they rarely listen. And there's a big difference. And so I actually listened to what he was saying. And then I went, wow, that makes sense. Damn it all. So, they don't hate us for our freedoms unless you consider our freedom to feel free to go and bomb the piss out of everybody because we can. They might hate us for that, and can you blame them? I shared a meme over on Fakey Book. I think it was over the weekend. And my brother was one of them that kind of berated me on it a little bit. And that's fine. I mean, that it's his opinion. He has every right to it. No big deal. But I just kind of went, oh, sweetheart. 'Cause he said, oh, yeah, like there's Christians going around doing this, or there's Hindus going around doing this. And I wanted to jump in his face and go, prove it to me that all that bullshit that you're seeing in the lamestream media, prove it to me that every goddamn bit of that is done by Muslims. Prove it to me. Prove to me that ISIS is Muslims. Prove it to me. Because, quite frankly, I don't believe doodly squat out of the lamestream media. I don't. I refuse to believe the BS they are spewing. I stopped swallowing the Kool-Aid a long time ago. And since I have weaned myself from the diet of, from that propaganda trough that they've been steadily feeding everyone from, and yeah, I'm a little bit more choosy about what propaganda I will consume. Um, no, Moosey, you are not part of them. But that the problem is, and I see both sides of it. You know, you have people that say, well, if you don't do something about it, then you're basically consenting to this bullshit. No, I'm not. And simply by virtue of not stepping up and saying, you're a fuckweehead, F-bomb, by the way. First one, I think. But, you know, stepping up in front of them and saying, you're a fuckweehead and I want you to stop this right now. What good will that do? Seriously? What good would that do? It'll get your ass thrown in jail and or killed or both. What good would that do? Or you can set about living your life as an example to others and expressing your opinion and sharing the information that you know and telling people you don't have to believe what I'm saying. Just do your own research. Put the breadcrumbs out there and let them do it on their own. And if they wish to continue to be ignorant, if they wish to continue to just revel in their willful ignorance, that is their problem. The unfortunate side of that is we get to suffer the consequences right along with the willfully ignorant ones. Hopefully not as bad, but yeah, there you go. Life kind of sucks like that, which is why I stay out here in the boonies. Hell with y'all. I love you, but I ain't moving to the city just to see if I can rescue somebody. Y'all want to be rescued? You got to come out here. I'll put you up for a while. I'll feed you, but I'll put your ass to work, too. Ain't no such thing as a free ride. Anybody that told you there was lying to you. Yes, they do, Moosey. They make examples out of solo dissenters. They make examples out of whomever they goddamn well please. The whomever they feel will cow the rest of them the easiest, the best. Those are the ones that get singled out to be made an example of. Yeah. Saw a meme on Twitter earlier. But how is that? You get caught lying to Congress or in a federal investigation, you go to jail. You point out a federal employee or a tard that be, that's not exactly the exact verbiage. I'm taking a little bit of poetic license, if you will. But if you bust one of the leeches that be, and show proof of what they're doing, guess who goes to jail? You do! Because, quite frankly, rules, according to them, only apply to those who are being ruled. And I threw away my rulers. I do have a couple of tape measures. But I threw away my rulers because I don't want no rulers. I rule myself. And I especially don't want those damn wooden ones with the metal edge, because I don't know about any of y'all, but I grew up a cat licker. And them penguins, yeah, when they whacked you on the wrist with those wooden rulers with the metal edge, that sumbitch hurt now. And I got that a lot my first few years in school because I'm southpaw. And that's the evil hand, don't you know? So wasn't until my mom found out, because she saw the welts on my hand, and she come to school and ripped some penguin ass and said, you will not try and force my children to be right-handed. That is the hand that God allowed them to write with. Leave them alone. Yeah, this is the same woman that was going to be a nun till she met my dad. And then she had 10 kids. So talk about going from famine to feast. Whee! My mother. Okay, so Speaking of the leeches that be, the tards that be, the powers that be, however you wish to express that, I prefer leeches that be because they are blood-sucking sons of bitches. They suck the life out of everyone and everything they touch. So, this is things that narcissists do, which I really, honestly, and truly believe in order for you to hold an office like that or even endeavor to hold an office like that, you are a narcissist. Now, I will admit, yeah, I have been on city council. Very small, very local, very hands-on, very public, can reach out and touch. And trust me, they did. My phone rang every night. So that was 4 years of hell. And yeah, I threw my name in the ring for county commissioner out here. I didn't win the primary, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Because I really didn't want it anyway. Kind of sort of got talked into it, and I thought, oh, what the hell, shits and giggles. I'll at least make it to where he's not running uncontested. But yeah. I also found out that only 47% of the registered voters showed up to vote. So, hey, I got 24% out of the 47%. Big whoop, all numbers. In any case, anything, I think if you go for any kind of quote unquote public office that is above a local level, where people can't just come right up to you at the grocery store, at the restaurant, where you work, at your home, because they know where you live. You know, if they can't get that up close and personal with you, then I think it's a power trip. I really don't think we need to have anything above like a county office anyway. You know, I don't believe in a federal government. I think it's a waste, an absolute waste. And it's just a leech on society. But yeah, anything above that I think is definitely you have narcissistic traits to you. And you start getting onto that federal level, you know, you step out of the state level and go to the federal level. Oh, you are a full-blown narcissist. Full-blown. So, this is from themindsjournal.com. ANA was developed out of sheer desperation of a human spirit clinging to its last bit of hope. Lost and confused after ending a long-term relationship, apparently that must be Anna. See, there you go. This is what happens when I don't ever, I don't read this shit. I read the headline and then I just kind of throw it out there for me to peruse live. Yay! So I'm just as surprised as you are. Oh well. Lost and confused after ending a long-term relationship that at one point had felt like the greatest love of my life, I struggled to find answers and put a finger on what it was that had gone so terribly wrong. So desperate was my need for answers, I sat on my therapist's couch, tears streaming down my face, begging him to tell me, what is wrong with me? Which I absolutely understand that feeling. Yeah, I was married for 30 years, and that's what I kept thinking. I must be doing something wrong. It must be something with me. And then I finally realized, no, it wasn't just me. I was aiding and abetting with a narcissist. That's one reason why I grabbed this, because, yeah, I lived that. His answers surprised me and forever changed the way I view this world. You were in a domestically abusive relationship. What? I asked in utter shock. But he didn't hit me. No. And he answered with no, not his fists. You're dealing with a narcissist. You have just ended an abusive relationship with a narcissist. Well, my mind whirled when I heard my therapist name what it was. I began to be flooded with examples from the narcissist behavior that fit what the therapist was telling me. The narcissist lured me into a toxic affair with charm, mind games, promises, and flattery. And sold me on a soulmate love that he never felt before, and then proceeded to take every good thing he could from me. My love, my innocence, my trust, my sense of justice, my kindness, my empathy, my unconditional love, and my good name, and replaced it with abuse. Lies about me that he told to others. Got me fired from jobs, which no, I never had that problem. Created a fake website about me claiming that I was crazy, delusional, and a drug addict, and even talked poorly about my children, who he was the father of, father figure of. Yeah, well, yeah. I've had other narcissists in my life that did that last part. Yeah, with the website shit. But let's move along. So, all of these lovely things that narcissists do. Let's see if I can. There was a little checklist to this one, because I kind of scrolled down and I thought, okay, checklist. There we go. So, number 1, they refuse responsibility. It's not their fault. Not ever. Does that sound familiar to any of those slugs, leeches, floaters, whatever you wish to call them, living and dwelling in that sewer system that we not so affectionately call DC? It's always your fault, or his fault, or her fault. To a narcissist, it's not their fault they hurt you. It's your fault for being hurtable. And it's also your fault if they stab you in the back and you bleed on them, because now they're going to have to take the clothes to the cleaners, because you know how difficult it is to get blood out of silk. Fuck you. If your feelings are hurt, it's not their fault. It's your fault, because you have feelings. You may be told that you're choosing to feel bad about the hurtful things that they've done, and that's the wrong choice. Or the line I always heard, "What? I was just joking." Heard that a lot. If caught doing something insensitive or selfish, they will tell you that they had to do it because of someone or something. Like for the children. That's what I'm thinking. That's a good excuse that we keep hearing from the lamestream media. If you imply that anything is their responsibility, they give you excuses and lies. And often, if those fail to work, they will finally make it clear that the bottom line is they simply don't care because they don't have to. And the fact that you care is just unnecessary or wrong, and it means you're weak and therefore vulnerable, and therefore you gave them permission to abuse you. Lovely how things get twisted, isn't it? From their perspective, you shouldn't care. You should get it right like they do and be more like they are. No. Number 2 of things that narcissists do, aka federal, governmental, however you wish to put it, employees. They lie like a dog. Flea-bitten mutt is how they lie. Narcissists lie to make themselves look good. Oh, yes, they do. They lie to get out of emotional responsibility. They lie to manipulate. They lie to gain influence. They lie out of habit. Life is a game to narcissists, and it's a game that they have to think they're winning. And truth is, one casualty in their game plan. Yeah, it's like collateral damage. Truth? Truth is just one of those ambiguous things, There is no truth. But what I say, you must believe. Yeah. The only time a narcissist has any interest in telling the truth is when it will serve them or costs them nothing to do so. There's that lovely little kernel of truth that they all base such wonderful and elaborate lies around. And they're damn good at it. Why? Because they actually get to the point where they start believing their own bullshit. To them, it no longer is a lie because it starts with a kernel of truth. The rest of the time, they don't consider it necessary or important to be all that honest. Because really, what's it going to get me? Honesty can impede their self-gratification and compromise their powerful persona. And they don't like that. To narcissists, the truth is frequently flexible, malleable, and optional. There's no such thing as an honest narcissist. Number 3. They look down on you. Certainly they do. Why are they looking down on you? Because it's all of us little people that they have to stand on in order to feel so high and mighty. Narcissists have to make themselves feel bigger by convincing themselves that others are smaller by comparison. They're no strangers to being condescending, snobby, cliquish, elitist, and superior. However, they may be very good at hiding their disdain to prevent a loss of popularity. Shrillery's not real good at that, although I do think that's, her soul is gone. You do realize that, don't you? She's just, you ever wanted to see a zombie apocalypse? Well, there is the queen bee right there, because that is zombified meat suit if I ever saw it. Her and Slick Willie. Ew. It's just nasty just to see them. Narcissists with money look down on the working class. Narcissists in the working class look down on those with more money. Why? Because, money is evil, money is bad. To a narcissist in the working class. Educated narcissists dismiss the opinions of those who have no degree. I'm working on my degree at the School of Hard Knocks. Narcissists with no degree claim educated people don't actually know anything, which, I know an awful lot of educated idiots, so just putting that out there. Whatever narcissists have, or think they have, is what they use to look down on others with. No one or no one else's background, appearance, values, political persuasion, school, preferences, religion, way of life, profession, or opinions are ever any good or worthy of their respect, unless they themselves value and or possess the same, or if that person looks like they might be useful to help them attain their narcissistic goals. If you think or choose differently from a narcissist, you're wrong, and they're right. Because that's just the way it is. Number 4, they're two-faced, although I really think it's more like multifaceted, not necessarily just two-faced, because I really do think they have a face for every occasion. Narcissists literally have a face for every occasion. Their real face and their stage face. And neither is anything like the other. Which one you see will depend on how long you've known them. Narcissists can be very charming and know how to gain favor. Anyone who doesn't know a narcissist well will tell you that the narcissist is one of the greatest people they've ever met. They believe this is one of the most intelligent, kindest, most interesting, funny, agreeable, most attractive, talented, or accomplished people ever. I hear people out in Hollywood say that all the time about Dangleberry, and I'm thinking, sweetheart, he's either a butt nugget or a floater. and yet you praise him. Why? Because he's so talented at not going down when you pull the flush handle? Really? Or he's so talented at clinging? Ew. Either way. Whether he's a talented little floater or a talented little clinger, he's still a piece of shit. Just saying. Huh. They may wish that they themselves had it so together or were so popular. However, anyone who knows that same narcissist better, such as family members or longtime co-workers, will tell you that the narcissist is one of the most horribly frustrating and toxic people they know. And the mere mention of their name makes them feel uneasy, angry, frustrated, or otherwise unhappy. I know just the thought of either Dangleberry or Michelle or Shitlery or, quite frankly, any of those DC denizens. Every one of them just makes me want to hurl. Ugh. Being the only one who is experiencing a narcissist's real face, while all other family members or coworkers can still only see the narcissist's stage face, is a very lonely and painful and frustrating place to be. Thankfully, the number of people who can see through the facade tends to increase with time, and yeah, we are seeing that more and more. Number 5. They're vindictive. Oh, wow, this is really... yeah, we know this person, don't we? She's been in the limelight a lot lately. I'm thinking not necessarily... those skeletons no longer fit in the closet. If you dare to question a narcissist or request things like healthy boundaries and honesty, you're going to become public enema number 1, literally. And I did mean to say enema, although that's not what the article says. The Mr. or Ms. Wonderful mask immediately comes off, and there is no level they will stoop to in order to punish you. They have myriad ways of attempting this. Some are covert, and some are open and obvious. The narcissist has a seemingly inexhaustible obsession for making people who cross them pay. Once they set their sights on you, you're a permanent enemy. And their seething spite will feel as intense years down the road as it did when it first began. The length of time they can keep up the full intensity of their hatred for you and their campaign to exact revenge is absolutely, dumbfounding to non-narcissistic people. Number 6. Excuse me. I'm getting choked up here. I don't know why. It's frogs. Must be Comrade Shitlery sending me muffle her shit. Whatever. Yeah, as if she's listening. And if she is, hey there, biatch. You don't fool me. Never have. Number 6. They project psychologically. Oh, yes, they do. Many mentally disordered individuals project frequently. Narcissists, however, are some of the most actively and severely projecting people encountered. Even full of accusations and criticisms, the most crazy-making thing about most of the narcissist claims is that you are doing exactly what they are doing, aka projection. You get blamed for it. So every time Shitlery opens her mouth and accuses someone else of something, you can bet your sweet ass she's done it in spades. Same thing holds true for good old Trumpelstiltskin, by the way. So, have they just lied to you? Well, you're about to be called dishonest. Are they cheating you out of an opportunity? Well, you're going to get the finger pointed at you for being sneaky. And you can't say a word to them about something hurtful that they have done because that makes you an abuser of them. Oh, trust me. I got lots of experience with that shit. You can't give them anything but glowing feedback without their raging at you. But you'll be the one constantly criticized severely and then called freakishly oversensitive if you show any feelings about it. And if they say so, it's law. You don't know what you're talking about. And finally, number 7, they smear people who oppose them. Narcissists are allergic to healthy boundaries and fairness. If you question the insensitivity things that they do or put any limits whatsoever on their bad behavior, you will be targeted for social, professional, or personal obliteration. Whatever narcissists perceive to be your psychological or situational weak spots will be their prime targets. For instance, if the narcissist knows that your greatest fear is social ridicule, that will be the main focus of the smear campaign. If he or she knows that recently you made a mistake for which you feel guilty, that will be used against you. Narcissists know that the more effectively they can pinpoint your insecurities or flaws, the more successful they will be in eroding your confidence and your influence. And if they manage to do that, they stand a good chance of getting back the power they plan to do whatever they pleased with before you got in their way. So, does that resemble anyone that's been in the lamestream media of late? Anyone? I think so. Oh yeah, and good old, yeah, Shrillery is off her kilter. She is most definitely off. Oh my lord. Thank you, Barman, for putting that all over the place. Protractor, huh? Cheap tools. Okay, I was scrolling through the chat. I'm going to put this over on the effing site real quick so y'all can peruse it, because, yeah, I did kind of take a little bit of license with the reading. Don't you know? I think we all know. I don't know of too many that would disagree with me that it really does take a narcissist, and you can see every damn politician that we've got right now fits into at least one of those categories quite nicely. So, Viva Merca. Okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket now. I got to keep that one out because I think I'm going to have to put some links in my description on Spreaker this time. Here we go. Here's something that's a little bit more fun, and another thing that just kind of lets you know rules only apply to those who are being ruled over. Don't you know? This is from the truthkings.com. Yeah. Now, how do we know that Malia is actually smoking weed in this video? How do we know? It could be that she just rolled a ciggy. I mean, there are some places where you have to roll your own. So maybe she just rolled. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Malia Obama's gap year has taken her from the grueling underbelly of fast food services all the way to the infamous Lollapalooza Concert Festival, where her and her friends and some of the United States' finest Secret Service detail were able to party it up. Sans the Secret Service at last, we hope. Yeah, right. A new video being released on Radar Online purports to show the POTUS's daughter smoking marijuana, which, I could give two shits less if she's having a toke. I really don't care. That is none of my freaking business. But the bullshit of her being able to have a toke and not have any problems, and how many people are in prison now? And yeah, I understand the whole thing of plea bargaining down, to simple possession or whatever, just to get that conviction, just to get their sorry ass behind bars. I understand that. But how many people that were not plea bargained down that are in jail simply because excuse me, they had a certain amount of an herb, a weed, a plant that happened to be dried in a little Ziploc baggie, or seeds from that plant on their possession, or even rolling papers or a pipe in their possession. I've seen instances of that as well. These people are behind bars, and yet, hey, it's okay if the POTUS's daughter does it. You're just picking on her because she's Dangleberry's daughter and you don't like him because he's black. No, I totally dislike his white inner side, too. He's a freaking Oreo cookie, and I don't like Oreo cookies, okay? They're bad for you. And yeah, there is a video attached that shows her partying hardy, big whoop-de-doo. Who gives a shit? She's doing what a lot of us did at that age. Sans, Secret Service, because I probably would have been a little bit on the nervous side if I'd have had, cops or Secret Service around me when I was doing that. Except for a few times when it was at their house. Because I do remember doing that. Especially when I lived out in Colorado years back. Wow. I am getting a bit parched. I can't imagine why. Must be all this chibber chapper. Excuse me. So, okay, so she's smoking a doobie. BFD. So, if it's okay for the POTUS's daughter to be smoking a doobie at Lollapalooza, kick those people out of prison that are in there simply because they had paraphernalia or smoked a doobie or had some pot in their possession. Kick their ass out. Just saying. And I think you need to expunge their record as well, simply because, yeah, it's a bullshit bust. So, okay, back to my pocket I go. I don't remember who shared this. I'm thinking it was over in the UCY.TV channel. Oh, not an article there, so I'm just going to go ahead and share the link here in just a sec. Did I put... Nope. Quick shot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's creepy? Human Fly says... Ew. Y'all are posting some creepy ass shit over here. Okay, let me copy this so y'all can check it out at your leisure or right now if you wish to. It's all cool. Now back to my pocket I go. By the way, that link is the fuck it point. I do believe I saw that over in UCY. I like loitering over there in the mornings. I listen to the radio intermittently, but when the phones really start going crazy, I have to take my earbud out. But I love listening to Jules, and it really pisses me off when I start getting busy and I'm really getting into what Jules is talking about. And then all of a sudden, customers start coming in and the phone starts ringing, and I have to put on my receptionist face and be all nicey and schmoozy. And it's like, damn it, Jules is on. Can't you wait? It doesn't work that way, but hey, I gotta earn a living. Okay, so I'm going to go to this other one here because, yeah, let's do some gloom and doom. And this is really pretty freaking weird if you ask me. Of course, y'all saw the shit about Bernie purchased a $600,000 home. I wonder how much of that was blood money. As in, he got money so they wouldn't spill his blood. But this is from blogfactory.co.uk. Bernie Sanders' attorney found dead on the bathroom floor. Now, this did happen last week, I believe. But it's posted to the Blog Factory today. So, it's becoming increasingly apparent that the last thing you want to do is cross the Clintons, which, yeah, pretty much, I don't want to cross paths with them, and I'm talking literally. I do not wish to walk within 1,000 miles of either one of those two, because whatever they have just might be contagious. And I sure as fuck don't want a vaccine either to protect me from whatever they've got, because that vaccine may accelerate their process. So I just stay away from them, because it's just freaking creepy. But over the past several decades, many people have gotten entirely too close to unearthing shitleries and slick willy scandals and have wound up dead under very mysterious, according to the lamestream media, circumstances. On Tuesday morning, the lead attorney who was working to expose Democratic National Committee fraud case in Florida was unexpectedly found dead in his home, which, that's usually an unexpected occurrence. Unless someone calls you and says, I'm dying now, and then it's unexpected when you walk in and find them dead. So that's kind of a redundant thing. An unconfirmed report holds that Lucas was found lying on the bathroom floor by his girlfriend when she returned home on the evening of the 2nd of August. Paramedics responded to her 911 call and found no signs of life. This leaves many questions to answer, which, yeah. And apparently another death possibly related to election fraud and the DNC, one headline read, is the body count is rising. Or not rising. So, let's see. So here we are in front of the Democratic National Headquarters. Villa Blah begins. And we are about to go in there, and we're going to serve them with some legal papers. An attorney who supported Senator Bernie Sanders, named Sean Lucas, filed papers at the DNC Services Corp against the then chairperson, Debbie Does Democrats Wasserman Shits, at the Washington, D.C. headquarters for the DNC. The lawsuit was a fraud class action against the Democratic Party, or Demon-crapic Party, if you ask me, for how they treat Bernie Sanders supporters, which, okay, Bernie's a freaking sellout. Bernie was just another bit actor in this whole charade. So anybody that's out there going, they stole it from Bernie. No, honey, you just got really involved in the soap opera. That's all there is to it. Step away from the boob tube. Apparently, as we have learned from WikiLeaks emails, everything Sanders supporters said about the DNC is true, and Sanders had the election stolen from him. No, it wasn't stolen from him. That was the part that he played, and he played it so well. hence why he got a $600,000 home. Although I don't know what area is that in, because 600,000 may be a two-bedroom. You know, depending on the part of the world where you're purchasing a home, there are some places where, yeah, a little shit shack goes for that kind of money. So, sounds like a lot of money. Sounds like a lot of brouhaha. Sounds like something to get y'all going. Oh man, this is, and you, and they, and how about you just step away? Okay, what's this? Oh, you guys are talking about the, okay. Never mind. Now I knew I saw that name before. Y'all are talking about that gorilla. Okay. Never mind. I get easily lost sometimes. Hi, Bobby. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh. You know, there are times when I'm doing this and it's like I walk through a doorway. And have any of you heard about the study that they did? I know I've talked about it before on the radio, where you know, you're walking around and you're in this room and you've got this thought in your mind and you're going to go into this other room and you're going to grab something that you need in order to finish whatever project, and you walk through the doorway and you completely forgot what you walked in there for. Well, there was a study done that they say they have proved that it's like a mind warp when you walk through the doorway. And that doorway actually wipes your mind. And trust me, you go through that doorway, excuse me, it wipes your mind. If you try and retrace your steps, even if you just walk backwards through that doorway, don't do it. Don't walk backwards, because number one, there could be a fur baby behind you that will trip you and you will bonk your head. Or either way, it's going to wipe your mind a little bit more. And then you'll think, oh, well, I retrace my steps and I'll remember what it was I came in here for. And you might actually, but once you walk into that room again, walk through that doorway, you completely forget what you were going for. Yeah, I do that a lot, especially on the radio. Hi. Yeah, that stream of consciousness shit really kind of, sometimes it has dams in the stream and I have to go around, idiot, go around. Oh. So, okay, let me see here. I got to find me the right little emoticon for this one. Here we go. We'll go with this one. Do that one. Grammy has the most awesomest emoticons over here on the effing site, which if you're not a member of Freedom's Network, come on over. It's way cool. Way cool. Lots of really cool, very intelligent, very sharing people over here. And yeah, there's it, like with anything, just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Okay. Wow. Excuse me. Yogurt. Okay. Well, seeing as how it's a Wackadoodle Wednesday and I have talked some pretty whacked shit so far, I think I'm going to go to something a little bit more fun, because I do kind of like to have more fun, because the world just is full of suckage and I want to find something funny, or at least something that I can poke fun at. And so here we go. This is from Post Media News. On news.nationalpost.com in Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. You just can't do the whole duh thing in a higher octave. I can't. Okay, Montreal psychologists repeatedly slap patients' bare buttocks while yelling, "Feel the shame." Feel the shame. No, I'm feeling the pain. Ooh, I'm not. No, that's not cool. And you do know that therapist, if you put the hyphenation in there properly, it's the rapist. And that's what they do. They mind fuck you. Yes, sirree Bob. Okay, a Montreal psychologist could face sanctions after repeatedly spanking a patient's nude buttocks during therapy sessions. This is according to a ruling by Quebec's Order of Psychologists. I didn't know you had an Order of Psychologists. Is that on the side or is that a entree on the menu? Either way, it does not sound appetizing, and I'm not interested. It's probably quite expensive as well. After reviewing the evidence, a 3-member panel found that Stephen Schachter, is that how you say that? Engaged in sexually abusive practices while treating a young man from 2013 to 2014. How do you know it's sexually abusive? Maybe it was just flat-ass abusive. Does it become sexually abusive when it's a bare buttock as opposed to being a clothed buttock? Inquiring minds want to know. In testimony before the tribunal, the patient claimed that he pulled his pants down to his ankles and slapped his bare buttocks while yelling, "Feel the shame, feel the guilt, and let it sink in." You know, if a proctologist did that, especially if he said, "Don't cough," whoo, or maybe he would say, "Cough repeatedly." Ew. Wow, my mind went there. Shame on me. Ick. Okay, this happened over the course of up to 10 therapy sessions. You know, sweetheart, shame on you for that one. You should be feeling ashamed because you went back after the first time. What the fuck? Seriously? Schachter was temporarily suspended from practicing therapy in June of 2015 at the beginning of the hearings. He did not appeal the suspension, but still works out of an office on Queen Mary Road. Well, that's a rather appropriate name, don't you think? Queen Mary Road? Wow. Didn't appeal the suspension. So if he's suspended and yet he's working out of an office, isn't he violating his suspension? What the hell? Apparently, he lists himself as a mental health consultant and hypnotherapist. In other words, he hypnotizes you to mind fuck you. Oh, joy, oh, bliss. You won't remember any of this. Wow, how wonderful. Not. The Montreal Gazette left a message on his answering machine, but it was not returned on Tuesday. The patient who launched the complaint had sought his help in 2010 to help treat anxiety, panic attacks, and self-esteem problems. Well, I'm thinking spanking someone and yelling, "Feel the shame, feel the guilt, and let it sink in." Is that reverse psychology? Is that how you're going to boost their self-esteem? How about you help them with self-worth? Because self-esteem is really just kind of that's an ego thing. Self-worth is more of a feeling value in yourself. Panic attacks are because you have low self-worth. Anxiety also stems from low self-worth. Apparently, he was 19 at the time and told Schachter that his father had physically abused him throughout his childhood. Oh, great! So, his dad abused him, so hey, what does the mind rapist do? Abuse him some more in order to help him get over the prior abuse. Wow, makes total sense. To a psychotic, maybe. It was the client's strained relationship with his father that led Schachter to believe such a, or to suggest such a new therapeutic method. Yeah, that's what you're calling it, huh? Whooping someone's ass. A spanking is now a therapeutic method. Why is it not considered a therapeutic method when a parent reprimands, say, their child for skipping school or breaking the lamp and then lying about it, or, something like that? If a parent swat on the ass, not even a bare ass, mind you, but a swat on the ass from a parent, will send the parent to the lovely little short stay at the Gray Bar Hilton. But if you've got that whole I'm a doctor, it's okay gig going, it's okay to abuse people and mind fuck them. Wow. I want to get me one of them there pieces of paper that I can hang on the wall. I won't mind fuck people though, because I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. Man. Apparently, the young man had initially refused to be spanked, but the patient eventually accepted to undergo the treatment in September of 2013. Honey, honey, honey. At the first mention of I'm going to need to spank you, I'm going to need to beat you to get you over the trauma of your childhood beatings. At the first mention of that, that is, here's your sign. Head for the door. Do not pass go. Do not pay him $200. Do not look back. Haul ass. Apparently, throughout these sessions, the patient was placed on his hands and knees. Oh, what an appropriate place to... Wow. Yeah. I'm thinking the law firm of Ben, Dover, and Likett should be... They're probably representing this doctor. On one occasion, he hit the patient with a piece of wood. Oh, wow, giving him some wood, eh? That's a new way of doing it, I guess. Just as the patient's father had done years back. Where is this doctor? Would he care to have a dose of his own medicine? This is so wonderful that I'm doing this over the internet and not on a face-to-face kind of thing, because I would hug this son of a bitch around the neck until he stopped moving, or until my hands cramped, whichever came first. What a vile creature. The client allegedly cried during a few of the spankings. Well, duh. And believed he deserved the pain, just as he had during his childhood when his father beat him. Oh. There are actually vile people in this world that people pay good money, or bad money, or monopoly money, which is pretty much what it all is. There are people out there that pay money for this kind of abuse. You know, normally you have to go to an S&M club or an S&M practitioner for this. When did you hang up your S&M shingle there, Dr. Schachter? Ass monkey. Eventually, he reported his behavior to a physician when he visited a walk-in clinic in February of 2015. He asked the doctor if it was normal for a psychologist to spank his patient. The doctor, which is what they're supposed to do, helped him file a complaint with the order of psychologists, which I'm still thinking I don't want to place that order, okay? Because it sounds really nasty. And the patient also filed a police report against Schachter. The patient changed psychologists and was still in therapy during Schachter's hearings, which, yeah, now he's needing therapy for the last therapy dose that he got. The order found Schachter guilty of a litany of ethical violations, well, duh, and will reconvene at a later date to hand down its sentence, which could vary from suspension to fines or both. I'm thinking removal of his license, although obviously a suspension has not stopped him from practicing, which you do know why they call it practice, don't you? They practice and practice and practice until they get it right. And if you should happen to die in the interim, well, they're just practicing medicine, don't you know? They're just practicing. Hey, it's not a definite science. We're just practicing. Great. Scuzz Bucket Deluxe. Okay. What? Oh, you guys are talking about all kinds of stuff. Okay. Never mind. I'll just move along. Put this over here on the effin site. Oh, wow, I have notifications too. Cool. This is definitely one where I would just... there are certain people in this world that the only reason that they are still alive, they're still among the breathing, is because I actually have some elf control. Seriously. And because I would have to travel great distances in order to show them just how much elf control I have by not killing them. Hello, Estrella. How are you doing this evening, darling? And Rose Bandit. Hey there, sweetheart. Okay. What's going on over here on Fakey Book? I see lots of... Darwin, sweetie, you're speaking in tongues. You silly man. Welcome aboard, by the way, honey. Hi, Bob. Getting all kinds of people joining in over here on Fakey Book. Cool beans. Oh my God. Somebody shared a picture earlier today. And I threw up a little bit in the back of my mouth. It's this couple. And you know how this whole piercing bullshit is where you have like as if you don't have enough holes in your head. And okay, I have 2 piercings in my ears, but that's about the extent of it. Neither one of them were pleasant to get. And so, I'm, yeah. But, seeing these people that have like massive holes where you can stick a lollipop through your cheek or whatever. Well, there is this couple here that has massive holes right underneath their lower lip, between the top of the lower lip and the chin. And they're Frenching each other through the hole under their, and it's like, wow, there are just some things that you should not do and you cannot unsee. And that I'm going to, where's that Etch-a-Sketch? Which, by the way, there is a meme going around. If you feel as though you must vote this ejaculation season, however you wish to put it, please vote Etch-a-Sketch 2016, because let's shake this bad boy up. Let's get rid of all of their sorry asses. Because it's like, wow. Hello, Rascal. Are you going to be nice this time? Ow, 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 sweetheart. Those parts of my anatomy are attached, and I wish to have them stay that way. Thank you very much. Hi. Okay. Back to my pocket I go, because I do have more stuff that I threw in there. Okay. Where's that at? I know it. There we go. There we go. I got to go here. I got it because I'm sure I haven't read this yet. I kept seeing people talk about it for the last couple of days. I keep seeing people talking about it. And even though it's from 2013, I think I read something about it back then, but I went, really, seriously, shit. I'm just going to mark myself as, yeah, so what of it? But this is 72 types of Merkins that are considered potential terrorists in an official government document. Well, if we scare the shit out of the tards that be, mainly because we actually can have an independent thought that does not go along with the point of view that they are putting out to everyone in that lovely little propaganda trough, yeah, you can pretty much say you're a terrorist. And I do recall someone saying that the founding fathers were terrorists. Well, hell yeah, they scared the shit out of the British Crown. They seriously did. So yeah, that is the definition of a terrorist. Someone that scares you to the point where you change your how you behave or your political views. Or they do these things in order to coerce you to change your political view or your behavior. So, let's see. Of the 72, I want to see how many I match. Those that talk about individual liberties. Yeah, in spades. Those that advocate for states' rights. Kind of, sort of, as a compromise, I will. Simply to get the bullshit away from the Fed. Let's just shut down the Fed. We don't need it. And yeah, I know there's people out there that are going to say, but you've got to be able to deal with people on an international basis. Well, you know what? If you don't go around messing with everybody else on an international basis in the first place, if you don't go around playing that they've got more green M&Ms than I do, so I'm going to bomb the piss out of them and take all their green M&Ms. You know, it doesn't make a shit bit of difference that you have more red M&Ms than they have. Just the simple fact that they notice that you know, I don't have as many green M&Ms as you do, so therefore I'm going to bomb the piss out of you so I can get more green M&Ms. And no, those do not work on Thursday either. It doesn't work that way, because trust me, I have eaten green M&Ms on Thursdays and it had no effect on me. Of course, it's just me and my dogs and my cats, so it better not have an effect on me. That might not be pretty. Okay, number 3. Those that want to make the world a better place. Ooh, how terrifying is that? You know, someone that actually wants people to live better. God, that is just so scary. I about peed myself. How about number 4? The colonists who sought to free themselves from British rule. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, they scared the hell out of the Brits. And probably quite a few other people. Probably themselves as well. God only knows. I wasn't there. I didn't have a chat with them. So I don't know, with quotation marks. Those that are interested in defeating the communists. You know, all of these ists and isms and all that other fun stuff. They may really sound good on paper or looked good on paper, but anytime you put any of those ists or isms into practice, they go to shit. They do. Number 6, those that believe that the interests of one's own nation are separate from the interests of other nations or the common interest of all nations. I would just like to eradicate nations myself, but I know that ain't going to happen anytime soon. And yeah, some would say, oh, so you support the New World Order. Yeah, I do support a New World Order where everyone has to take responsibility for their own words and deeds. Period. End of discussion. You know? And that I would like to see it that nobody actually owns anything, because seriously, how do you really own something? Don't your things, don't your objects, don't your movies, your TVs, your house, your pets, your whatever, don't they own you? Aren't you tied to them? Don't you have to cart them around? Don't you have to feed them, clean up after them? They own you, not the other way around. So yeah, I know. I have a weird way of looking at shit. Sue me. Well, you're not going to get nothing. Because I don't own anything. Well, I take that back. Never mind. Okay, number 7. Anyone that holds a political ideology that considers the state to be unnecessary, harmful, or undesirable. Oops. I think I just set off that bell. Wow. Number 8. Anyone who possesses an intolerance toward other religions. I don't tolerate religions, therefore I don't practice them. It's pretty much that simple. So yeah, big ol' honker check mark there. Those that take action to fight against the exploitation of the environment and or animals. You know, I'm not a really big one on fighting in any way or shape. You know, instead of fighting against something, because whenever you fight against something, that implies that it has inertia and it is pushing against you, and you are trying to keep it from pushing you off a cliff. So when you fight against something, that's the image I get in my mind. So instead of fighting against something, how about you come up with something that's a much better alternative, and then start actually living whatever it is you came up with, your better alternative. And instead of fighting this shit, let it show it's shit. Let it show how crappy it is. And you be over here being that shining example of, see how well this works? Oh, sure, you know, you have to break a sweat. Yeah. But on the plus side, you don't have to pay those club membership dues anymore because you are getting one hell of a workout, taking care of yourself. And another plus, you're growing your own food, so you know exactly what you're putting into your body. Hey, doesn't that sound like a hell of a plan? I think it does. Hell of a lot better than the bullshit plan they've got us trying to fight against. Fuck it. I'm just letting go. Y'all just keep pushing. You can push yourself right off the cliff. I'll stand over here off to the side in my garden watching you fall off the cliff. How's that sound? How about anyone that's anti-gay? Well, no, I don't fit that one. Anti-immigrant? No, I really don't fit that one either because my ancestors were immigrants. Anti-Muslim? I am anti-people that behave in a manner that is destructive towards themselves, or more importantly towards others, which, you know, a lot of times they're destroying themselves or being destructive towards themselves and acting it out, projecting that destruction onto others. So I'm not really anti anybody until they get in my face, and then it's like, back the fuck off. And I do have ways of backing you off, trust me. People that are in opposition to equal rights for gays and lesbians. Oh, no, I do not. I don't have a problem with equal rights. I have a problem with saying I am a special class and therefore you must treat me special because I'm special. I say so. No, it's either equal or none, hun. And if you want to get married, go for it. Trust me, I have 30 plus years of experience in that arena. And if you want to have some of the fun, and I'm not saying it was all bad, it truly wasn't. I have 2 beautiful children and some absolutely amazing grandchildren. And I'm extremely happy and have grown an awful lot since I've gotten out of that experience. But if you wish to have that opportunity to learn, to experience, go right ahead. I want you to. Really, I do. Number 15, members of Family Research Council. No, I'm not in that. Members of the American Family Association. Well, no, I'm not part of that. Damn, I'm not part of a lot of these. I'm surprised. Those that believe that Mexico, Canada, and USA are secretly planning to merge into a European Union-like entity that will be known as the North American Union. You know, how about we just go along and erase all those little dotted line thingies you got on maps, because those dotted lines aren't there in the real world, so just erase them. And then you can't say, my part's better than your part. You can just say, well, where I'm standing right now, it's different from where you're standing. Big whoop. Okay. Let's see. What's next? Members of the American Border Patrol or American Patrol. No, I'm not a member of that. Members of the Federation of American Immigration Reform. No, not a member of that. Members of the Tennessee Freedom Coalition. God damn. I think I'm only I've only got like 3 or 4 so far. Shit. I'm flunking. Member of the Christian Action Network. No. Anyone that is opposed to the New World Order. I am opposed to your New World Order. I am not opposed to a New World Order. My New World Order is get rid of the borders and quit bombing people and keep your nose out of someone else's business. Nobody assigned you the job of being the midget in the elevator. So stop it. Let people, if they are different, if they're happy where they're at, leave them be. If they ask for your assistance, only assist to a point where they can take over for themselves. Other than that, back the fuck off and leave them alone. Anyone that is engaged in conspiracy theorizing. Well, y'all are doing conspiracy theorizing all the frickin' time. How many people from the Bundy Ranch, how many people from the Oregon debacle are right now sitting behind bars because they were conspiring according to your theory? That is being a conspiracy theorist on your part for throwing them in jail because you theorized that they were conspiring. Anyone that is opposed to Agenda 21. Oh, damn it! I finally found another one that I can say, yeah, that's me. Anyone that is concerned about FEMA camps. I'm kind of ambivalent about those. I'm thinking those could be entertaining. We could really fuck with people in those things. And then again, maybe not. But it's not something that weighs heavily on what little brain cells I have functioning. Anyone that fears impending gun control or weapons confiscation. Okay, all of that brouhaha right there, I think is the gun manufacturers. I'm starting to see this. This is the gun manufacturers, their lobby is paying people in D.C. to say, we might start confiscating weapons. There's going to be gun control. And you know why they're paying them to do that? Because people will go out and spend money like crazy getting more firearms. And who wins out of this deal? The gun makers. Think about it. I mean, seriously, how many can you fire at one time? And if they seriously wanted to come at you, how many are you going to be able to use? Because they will take your ass out, but probably you might get one emptied before. Yeah. Have you watched Cops lately? No. I don't watch any of that shit. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Cops. But I hear that bad boys, whatever. Let's see. If you're in the militia movement, nope. If you're in the sovereign citizen movement, okay, I believe it's sovereign and citizen is an oxymoron. And I am not in any movement that would have me as a member. Thank you, Groucho Marx. I am a sovereign individual. Period. Number 29, those that don't think they should have to pay taxes. Well, you shouldn't have to. 13th Amendment was not properly, or 16th Amendment, whatever. 16th Amendment, yeah, that one. Yeah. Is that one? Yeah, whatever. It was not properly ratified, number one. Number two, even if you go by the Constitution, which I think, the more I think about it, the more I think, wow, that was just a feel-good thing. Just to make all the little monkeys go, we have a piece of paper now, or we have a piece of sheepskin, or we have a piece of hemp that says that you can't do this stuff. This says right here, because it has squiggles and lines on it, that you can't do that stuff. Yeah, it stopped them so far, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Anyone that complains about bias. Is that like a dual ass? Bi-ass? You are bi-assed? Anyone that believes in government conspiracies to the point of paranoia. It's not really paranoia when they really are out to get you. Anyone that is frustrated with mainstream ideologies. Frustrated, nauseated. pretty much you could pretty much come up with any kind of adjective that except for elated. That doesn't work. Anyone that visits extremist websites / blogs. Oh damn! I pretty much live on RLM. Oopsie. Anyone that establishes website / blog to display extremist views. Oh, damn. Oops. I had one of those. I don't anymore. Oops. Trat. Anyone that attends rallies for extremist causes. No, I don't go to rallies. Number one, because they always happen somewhere I'm not. And quite frankly, I can use those funds for other things. I don't feel as though I have to go be with a group of people when I can live my perspective. Anyone that exhibits extreme religious intolerance. Okay, those people are crazy. They really are. Anybody that is a religious zealot concerns me, because religions are just control mechanisms. My personal opinion. Anyone that is personally connected with a grievance. Is that like you're still married kind of thing? I don't get that one. Anyone that suddenly acquires weapons. Well, a butter knife could be used as a weapon. Just about anything can be used as a weapon. Just ask MacGyver. Anyone that organizes protests inspired by extremist ideologies. Well, no, I really don't fit that. Militia or unorganized militia. Okay, that's just weird and just fucked up. A general right-wing extremist. No. I have a right wing. I have a left wing. Actually, I not so affectionately call them my second wave, but with all this yard work that I've been doing, it's going away. So I can do that parade wave without having that second wave going. Not same thing? Okay. Moving along. Citizens that have bumper stickers that are patriotic or anti-UN. Oh my God, heaven forbid. Although, yeah, I was there at one time. Not anymore. It was a while ago. God, I actually thought about that today. Was talking with one of my coworkers, and he said, "When did you start?" And so I started actually thinking back, and yes, I can still think back that far. I can say at least 12 years ago. At least 12. Where I was definitely no longer drinking the Kool-Aid. But possibly longer. Could be as much as 15. But other than that, I was a good little trying to be June Cleaver kind of thing. Scary, I know. Let's see. Those that refer to an army of God, those people scare shit out of me. Just saying. Those that are fiercely nationalistic as opposed to universal and international in orientation. Okay, y'all pervert that kind of shit, so I want nothing to do with any of that crap. Those that are anti-global, as in flat earthers. They're terrorists now? Alrighty. Those that are suspicious of centralized federal authority. I'm not suspicious of you at all. I just don't trust you sorry asses. That's not a suspicion. You have confirmed every damn one of them that I have suspected, so I no longer suspect. Those there that are reverent of individual liberty. Well, I do kind of prize mine. Those that believe in conspiracy theories. Yeah, okay, I resemble that too. Those that have a belief that one's personal and or national way of life is under attack. Well, I know my personal way of life is under attack. So, those that possess a belief in the need to be prepared for an attack, either by participating in parliamentary preparations and training or survivalism. Pass. Those that would impose strict religious tenets or laws on society, aka fundamentalists. I try and stay away from those people. Those that would insert religion into the political sphere. I think religion needs to stay the fuck out. Anyone that would seek to politicize religion, once again, religion needs to stay the fuck out. Separation of church and state. Although that's not necessary, that is not in the Constitution, but hey. Those that have supported political movements for autonomy. Political movement, is that like a really runny bowel movement? Anyone that is anti-abortion. I'm an anti-abortion, because what did that child do? The only crime, if you call it a crime, that they committed is showing up in the wrong womb. Anyone that is anti-Catholic. Actually, being born and raised a Catholic, I think I have every reason to be anti-Catholic. Anyone that is anti-nuclear. Fukushima. Nuff said. 3 Mile Island. Nuff said. Chernobyl. Bonus round of nuff said. Yeah. Right-wing extremists, returning veterans. No, those two don't fit. Those concerned about illegal immigration. Well, y'all aren't concerned about it. Y'all actually make the legal immigration so frickin' difficult that there's no... piffle. Those that believe in the right to bear arms and also the right to arm bears. And actually, today, my arms are bare because it got up to 99 degrees. It's fucking hot out here. Anyone that is engaged in ammunition stockpiling. Not really. Anyone that exhibits fear of communist regimes. Russia is supposed to be communist, and I actually kind of like Putin, although just a different flavor of ice cream, but still. Anti-abortion activists. Once again, I live my point of view, my perspective. So there you go. Those that are against illegal immigration, you already said that. Jesus, Palomino, Pete and repeat, we're sitting on a bench. Those that talk about the New World Order in a derogatory manner. I talk about all y'all in a derogatory manner. Why? Because it's more fun that way. Because I think y'all are low-life scums for the most part. Once again, my personal perspective. Those that have a negative view of the United Nations. Well, I really don't have a view of the United Nations other than I think they should go away. Those that are opposed to the collection of federal income taxes. Yeah, you didn't work for my money. This is a barter between myself and my employer. We agreed upon a set monetary amount that they would reimburse me for my time and my expertise. You, on the other hand, have not done dick for me. The only thing you've done is increase my insurance premiums. So, no, you have no right to part of that barter that I worked out with my employer. Kiss my ass. Those that supported former presidential candidates Ron Paul, Chuck Baldwin, or Bob Barr. Well, I like Ron Paul. I don't want him for POTUS because I really don't want anyone for POTUS. I want to do away with the position, but that, once again, my opinion. Those that display the Gadsden flag. Well, it's not displayed right now because my flagpole got blown down. Those that believe in end times prophecies, every ending is just another beginning. It's just that sometimes they get quite ugly. And finally, evangelical Christians. Well, that one does not fit me either. So, apparently I'm not quite the overachiever problem child that I thought I was. Damn it all. I'm just going to have to step it up. Or keep stepping away. I'm thinking stepping away works better for me because I really don't want to have to deal with y'all. Yeah, Hillary believes in conspiracies. That is true. Oh, the great chicken wing conspiracy. You know, I think there is a great chicken wing conspiracy because have you noticed that some places have bigger chicken wings than others? And what happens to the rest of the chicken? That's what I want to know. P. Bunyan's arms are naked. So are mine, P. Bunyan, but I got a shirt on. Okay. Wow. Well, that just made the time fly, didn't it? Um, yes, my dear. I see I have a notification over here. Hi there, HWR. How you doing this evening, sweetie? I don't necessarily agree with your handle, but I do like some of your posts that you share, so keep it coming, darling. See, that's the fun thing about being somewhat open-minded and flexible. I'm not Gumby flexible. Um, but and I'm not so open-minded that, yeah, things just fall right out. But I am willing to entertain someone else's opinion. I do not have a problem with, you know, if you feel as though you need to express your opinion, bravo. Because there's an awful lot of people out there that will not express their opinions, and that's kind of sad. You know, they'll sit back and they'll grumble and they keep it inside. And I got to give people props for expressing their opinion, even if I don't agree with them, because that is, okay, throwing that Constitution out there again, because they are rules, you know, that, or guidelines maybe, that you wish to look at. The First Amendment is not there to protect speech that you agree with. It's not even there to protect speech that you find somewhat distasteful or that you are just kind of apathetic about. It is expressly there for the speech that you find so abhorrent that you really want to reach out and touch someone and give them a hug around the neck, but you have enough elf control that you don't. That is what it's intended for. It is intended for all of that speech. Everyone has a right to speak their mind, express their opinion, but they also, the flip side of that expressing themselves is they have to deal with the repercussions of that. And if you're going to dish it out, then by God, you better take it back. Because people will dish it back at you. And this whole crap of, picking on me, offensive, call a ambulance, I need my safe room. Bite me, you oversensitive, overly, perpetually butthurt, whiny poo. I have zero tolerance for you guys. Zero. And yes, tolerance is a condescending term, and I do mean it as a condescending term in this context. I have no tolerance for whiners and wankers and people that are going around going, I'm offended. No, you are off the deep ended is what you are. Emotional boo-boos do not count in this situation, especially when it's an emotional boo-boo that you are the only one that is putting it on you. What someone else says does not do a damn thing to you. It's how you take it, how you interpret it. That's what gives you the emotional boo-boo. They are not responsible for how you interpret their words. Dangleberry's not responsible for how I interpret his words. Doesn't make it any better. Doesn't make me like him anymore. I actually detest him. I don't think even if I were to meet him face to face, I could look at him without saying, dude, seriously. You're fucking enjoying trashing the place, and you know you're enjoying it. And that is why I have zero respect for you, because you know exactly what you're doing and you're enjoying every minute of it. And that places you in the low-life scum barrel for me. So, wow, this has been an angry wackadoodle evening. I'm going to need to go out and play in my garden as soon as I get done here, just so I can unangry myself. Y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLM Internet Radio Station and the RLM TuneIn Station and the RLM Spreaker Channel. Thanks, everybody, for listening in and playing along. Please go out there and live. Be the example that you want this world to be. Because that's how people learn. People learn by example, whether they admit it or not, whether you're expressing yourself or showing them how it works. Go out there and show people how to do this right. There's a lot of examples out there, and you need to look for them. Instead of being so focused on the ugly, so focused on the negative, which I did an awful lot of this evening, focus on the positives in the world, because the more you focus on the positives, the more positives you will see. And then you won't feed into the lies and you won't feed into the bullshit. It'll make your life a lot better. And maybe, just maybe, if more people do that, it'll make the world better too. It's a thought. It's worth an effort, don't you think? Oh well. I will be back Friday, same batty time, same batty channel, for the Freaker Friday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. Also coming up this weekend will be the Freakers Ball Friday evening. I believe it's Freakers Ball, isn't it? Moosey will be around. That'll be following 2 hours after me on Friday, which I believe is 11 o'clock. Is that 11 p.m. Eastern Time? Salvanor. Be sure to check out Salvanor. I mention him from UCY.TV because Grammy also has him in the rotation over here on RLM Radio. Salvanor is on 10 a.m. Eastern Time. 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. And directly following Salvanor will be the Dork Table. It will be with Flash, and I believe Vincenzo will be helping him, because I won't be around this weekend. I will be grandbabying. So I don't get to have them very often, but by golly, when I do, I am going to be the Grammy that my children are going to go, really, Mom? You did that. Yeah, sounded fun. It was fun. So we made a mess. Big woo. I'll clean it up. So, until then, I will see you Friday. Have an awesome